What is going on, everybody? Today, we're going to be using Cetitan in the Tera Raids. Yeah, we're going to be using an ice type, and I'm really excited. So let's get into it. So Cetitan is probably my new favorite ice type mon. I'm a very big fan of ice types, and I'm really happy that I was actually able to find and build a Cetitan to do in raids. What we're going to be starting off with is the item. The item can vary depending on what you're wanting to do. So Cetitan is a very bulky Pokemon. His defenses are very low, but his HP is very high. So as a standard attacker, you would normally go 252 and 252 in attack and HP. We're not going to be doing that on this set. So we're going to be going with a Life Orb. On my build, I use a Life Orb. You can switch that out with a Citrus Berry because we are going to be belly drumming, or a Shell Bell. What a Shell Bell is going to allow us to do is heal up every time we hit them. Now with a Citrus Berry, if we belly drum, we will end up dropping down our health to half, like a normal belly drum set. And then you would eat the berry and heal back up. It is a one-time use, so I would recommend switching between a Life Orb, as we are here, or a Shell Bell. So every time you hit, you heal up. Because that is one thing that Cetitan lacking on. He does not have the ability to have a move to heal up. So it does hinder him a little bit. So with his moves, he actually have a very good move pool. What I found to be useful is a belly drum to max your attack stat. So you're going to be going with a Life Orb, max attack. That's going to be really good. That's a very good damage. Well, now you have Play Rough. Play Rough has the chance to lower the attack's target stat. That is a very good ability to have sitting there at your disposal. It is a fairy, so you have good coverage. You have Liquidation. You don't like going against fire types. Well, Liquidation is really good at going against fire type. I would not recommend taking a Cetitan to a fire type raid. If it's a fire type Pokemon like a Torkoal with a fire Tera type, I would not take a Cetitan to that raid. But he is very useful in the raids that he's able to do. Liquidation, it lowers the target's defense stat. So that, again, is good. You are a physical attacker. You're going to be doing a lot of damage if you manage to actually lower his defense stat. If you're not having anybody else, if you are solo. Icicle Crash. Icicle Crash is going to be your stab move. Well, it's pretty much just going to be very, very strong because you are going to be doing a Life Orb, belly drum, stab. We're going to be starting a stacking attack here because of Life Orb. Your ice type, so that's going to be a stab move. So you're going to be getting a lot more damage implemented there on top of a Pluck 6 from belly drum. So those are the standard moves I have found to work. You can run like an Earthquake or a Stomping Tantrum, something to cover ground type moves. This is a moveset I recommend with the ability we're running. So let's get into the ability and the spreads to make more sense about these moves here and why I have selected them. So Cetitan has very good ability between Slush Rush, Thick Fat, Sheer Force. All of them are really, really good. Slush Rush, if it's snowing, you will go faster than the opposing Pokemon. So if it is snowing, you can pretty much guarantee you're going to go first in any raid. But we didn't really want that. In competitive, you would want that because obviously you're going to be able to go first and try and knock something out. Well, in a Tera Raid, you can work with a Thick Fat, you can work with a Sheer Force. I have used both. Now, I have found that Sheer Force is actually better than Thick Fat. Thick Fat cuts in half fire type, ice type moves, so they do less damage. Well, I have taken them into a fire type with this spread with Thick Fat, and honestly, I did not find it to be very useful. Now, I have taken him into a fire type with Sheer Force in the worst condition, and he's actually done okay. This is why I was able to finish it in a solo, but again, I would not recommend taking him into a fire type, Tera type raid. It's not the best situation for him. There are better options. Using Sheer Force, it removes any additional effects from the Pokemon's moves, but increases the move's power. So what that means, if you pair it with a Life Orb, Life Orb has a little drawback where it takes some of your health away because you used it to get a boost in damage. If you go Sheer Force, you lose that on the Life Orb. So all these moves here, they have a secondary effect. You lower defense, you lower attack, you can freeze, do stuff like that. You can make a flinch, everything like that. Well, now you're going to be doing more damage on top of that. So you lose that secondary effect, but you increase the power of your move to where you can pretty much one-shot stuff. Like you're going in, knocking out a +6 Sheer Force Life Orb attack, and guaranteeing that you will knock down to half health at least in solo. Now, Sheer Force is the hidden ability, so you will need to go catch a bunch of Cetoddles, evolve them until you get one that has a hidden ability, or use an ability patch to guarantee you have that ability, because it is a very good ability. Now, getting into our spread here, we are going to be going full special defense, full defense. Now, you may be thinking, hey, you could bump up your attack here, which we could. You could definitely go a max attack. I wanted to be able to live. His defenses are not very good, so I wanted to max out his special defense and his defense to give him the best survivability possible, because that's what you want. I guarantee if you went max attack and you were able to get off an attack first with a +6, you could one-shot some 5-star and 6-star raids, but I wanted more consistency. So having the max defenses, you'll be able to live a lot more attacks because your HP is so high. You're giving yourself that best chance to survive. You kind of already boosting a bunch of your attack already, so it does seem a little bit overkill just to do that. Now, it is running an adamant nature, which is boosting the attack stat. So you're going to be sitting at a 288, and then your defenses are going to be at a 209, 229. That's really good. That's a very bulky, that's a solid defense stat for somebody that has very low defenses like he does, and his HP is just shy of 500. Again, very solid. Not a specialist. Okay speed. Sometimes you will go into a raid and you will need to belly drum, depending on what you're going against, cheer, and then just attack. You have plenty of time to do that, because if you give yourself the cheer, you will be sometimes full health. You may be able to get off an attack first and then cheer, and you'll be fine. But in this Tera raid, you will see me using Cetitan, and he honestly just sits there and lives. I have found that if you do it solo, sometimes depending on what's going on, your AI is, he will struggle, but you can still do a bunch of damage. That first turn hit takes it straight down to half HP. You're able to knock it down to half HP before it even pops a shield. Now you are able to heal yourself up with a cheer. It's pretty good. I mean, he has no ability to actually heal himself. Being an ice type with a million weaknesses, he actually does a lot of damage. Now, if you take him online, I have taken him online, and he actually just holds his own. He will sit next to an Iron Hands and a Azumarill, who are belly drumming, and do the same thing. Like, he will do the exact same thing. The only problem is he can't heal himself. So it's kind of like an Azumarill, where it doesn't heal itself, but it goes in, belly drums, play roughs, and then knocks it out. And then you have an Iron Hands where it can actually heal itself with a Drain Punch. Cetitan just lacks that ability. Maybe we get a move in the future. If so, he'll probably swap out one of these moves, and he will be a king sitting in the ring with the Tera Raids. But this is my Cetitan set. It's a very good set, and I have fun running it. Him and Belly Bolt are probably the two favorite ones I've found so far and built. But this is the Cetitan. Let me know what item you end up running. I picked over Life Orb because I wanted to do more damage and Sheer Force. And Life Orb loses the effect, so it doesn't actually take your health, but it gives you the benefit of doing more damage. But if you end up running a Citrus Berry or a Shell Bell, let me know in the comment section down below. But I hope you like Cetitan and are able to use them in raids. Go ahead, drop it a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next Tera Raid build.